What's up, everybody? This is the MOBC. I just want to give a special dedication to Rocky Lockridge. Many of you guys who are into boxing now, just learning how to box or getting into the sport of boxing, or many of you who are just getting into watching boxing may not know who Rocky Lockridge is. Rocky Lockridge is a fighter from the 80s. He, I believe he won his first title knocking out Roger Mayweather in the first round. Rocky Lockridge has a really good resume if you look him up. If you go, I'm going off the top of my head, so I'm kind of scrambled, but he has a really good resume. He fought Julio Cesar Chavez. I think he lost that either by split decision or by a unanimous decision. I actually had Rocky Lockridge winning that fight. I had Rocky Lockridge beating Julio Cesar Chavez in a really tight decision. No, if you was to go back and watch it, you wouldn't be mad at them giving it to Julio Cesar Chavez. He also fought Wilfredo Gomez, another Hall of Famer. Wilfredo Gomez, excellent fighter, 122 and 126 pounds. He was past his prime. I believe he was fighting Rocky Lockridge at 135. He beat Rocky Lockridge, but again, that was another fight that I had Rocky Lockridge winning. Actually, I had Rocky Lockridge beating Wilfredo Gomez more decisively than he did Julio Cesar Chavez. So his resume is good, and like I said, he knocked out the Black Mamba, Roger Mayweather, within the first round. Rocky Lockridge also, there's a video on YouTube where, he's just hanging out in front of the store, hanging out with his fellas, with his friends, and another guy who's kind of belligerent out in the streets was calling him out for a fight. And Rocky Lockridge gave him a two-piece, set it up with a jab, and then he hit him with a straight right hand, and he knocked him out. Knocked him out cold. And so that's Rocky Lockridge. A lot of you clowns out there might know him for that meme with him crying when he got reunited with his son. And I know that the clip is, funny with him crying and so on. The way he cried, the way he made that little crazy sound that he made. But at the same time, it's a touching moment because he's reunited with his son again. He's being reunited with your son. And I think any of you guys who have children and you haven't seen your child in 20 years, 28, 20, 30 years, you'd probably be crying too. So that's why when I see that meme and people make memes and jokes about that, I never thought it was funny, because when you look at it from a father's point of view, it's really not funny. And Rocky Lockridge, like I said, is a really good fighter. He was known for being a puncher too. When he knocked out Roger Mayweather in the first round, that was like a big thing at that time, because Roger Mayweather is the Black Mamba, right? He was knocking out a lot of fighters in the lower weight classes. Rocky Lockridge, his style of boxing, he was more like a boxer puncher, but you could get him into a brawl. And like I said, if you watch him versus Cesar Chavez fight, he made Cesar Chavez show his boxing skills in that fight. Cesar Chavez backpedaled a lot in that fight. It's like I said, Roger, and we all know Chavez got an iron chin. Rocky Lockridge he got some heat. He packed some power in his punches. And so, it was a really good fight. Check those fights out. Check out the fight on YouTube between Rocky Lockridge and Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. And also check out his fight with Roger Mayweather, and also check out his fight with Wilfredo Gomez. Like I said, these are really good fights. He was a talented fighter. He was a world champion. And it's unfortunate that after boxing, he ended up getting on drugs and being homeless on the streets. But he'll always be remembered by us real diehard fans for being a great fighter, a really great fighter, very entertaining, and very fun to watch. So salute Rocky Lockridge. This is the MOBC.